2025 has been disastrous, tragic, and treacherous. First in Ghana football, death hasn't been smiling at all in a good way. Death has taken great number of football loving people who have contributed immensely to the football sports, from former footballers, administrators, SWAC presidents, and football journalists. In today's preview, I bring to you five notable tragic events that happened in Ghana football as far as 2025 is concerned. In this last day of 2025, we take you down memory lane and review some of the tragic events that accustomed Ghana football in the year. Former SWAC president who served between 2001 to 2007, Ibu Kwanzaa, who had served as deputy secretary of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana, and rose to the pinnacle of SWAC president, left us somewhere June 2025. That event was marred by gloomy skies, black days, bereaved people, and then our current SWAC president and the vice president were cladded in black to signify the loss of that great giant in Ghana football. Short after that, his immediate successor, Aka Anthony, who also kicked the bucket. So Ibu Kwanzaa served as SWAC president from 2001 to 2007. Aka Anthony succeeded Kwanzaa, and so he served from 2007 in that same year to 2015. And so two SWAC presidents in the space of 2001 to 2015 both left us in June 2025. I was sad, and then to lose such experienced writers, experienced followers, experienced journalists that have left their life to write about Ghana football, to document history, archive by inking top record stories into a memory lane, go in that manner, both in that same month, in that same year, was something that I don't think football loving fans and then the swag as an entirety and as a body hoped for going into the year. But then both Ibu Kwanzaa and Aka Anthony, who served as SWAC president, left us in 2025. Notable deaths. Mr. Jonathan Abepobe. Mr. Pobe is noted for his revival of what we termed as New Plan Stars. New Plan Stars became topical somewhere in the 1980s of Ghana football, training New Plan Stars as an administrator, as a president, bringing them from the divisions to Ghana Premier League, and then the 1984 controversial expulsion from the Ghana Premier League. Stapobe was an experienced administrator who had followed Ghana football deep and tied into his wool. In his twilight of his career, Mr. Pobe was seen on Floodlight Sports on Angel 96.1 or Don Summer 1 and his host of crews. He goes there to share his deep, rich experience in Ghana football, and one that you can term as one of the disciples that never liked Keto Kreku's administration and running of football. Somewhere 5th June 2025, we received news of the passing of the experienced administrator and former club president of New Plan Stars, Mr. Jonathan Abepobe. And so Mr. Pobe was an experienced administrator, experienced journalist pundit, went to Angel 96.1. We frequented that site, mostly in their floodlight sports in the evening. He would join Don Sanam 1, Maukodo, and the host of the sports crew to bisect and dissect Ghana football. But then from 5th June 2025, Mr. Pobe ceased to breathe, and then he passed on the ghost. So we don't see Mr. Pobe no more. Wilberforce Info, noted creditably for tearing a net by his thunderbolt of a strike in the 1963 AFCON. Infum is credited to have scored Ghana's first goal in AFCON. Wilberforce Infum went on to score 20 goals in 26 games for the Black Stars. Infum, a legend of both Kumasi and Kotoko and Ghana football, represented the country in host of tournaments from the AFCON, to the Olympics. He was a household name because he was that stalwart of a striker that breath of fresh air into the scene of Ghana football. Overfalls in Fum at age 88 left us this year. In Fum, based on his records and what he has achieved both for Kumasi and Toko and the Black Stars, receive a minute of silence to his bereaved at the FIFA 75th Extraordinary Congress, where all football heads and then the Confederation of Federation of International Football had met to pass on and adjudicate matters and matters of concern. They paid their last respect to Wilberforce in Fum, a stalwart, a legend of African football, a legend of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and a legend of Ghana Black Stars. Having scored 20 times in 26 games, Wilberforce in Fum was that striker and that go-to striker that every team would love to have. He was tall, lanky, bulky, and then he had the qualities of every good striker. At 88, Infum had seen it all, done it all, and then his experience it all. And so he passed on the ghost, and then his memories continued to linger on our hearts. Number 5. Francis Nana Frimpong, popularly known as Nana Pole. Nana Pole was that dedicated guy, that devoted supporter, and that fan that every club would love to have in their base. Nana Pole had followed Kumasi Asante Kotoko to all match venues. All match centers to give them their support. He was clad in that red gear with his flag, marked mostly in his white apparel and his supporting gears. 2nd February 2025, in that game that featured in Swatraman FC and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, was the last day we saw Nana Pole. Pole had gone to support his team like he has been doing for the past 5 years, with that kind of devotion, that kind of dedication, and that kind of love that every football loving fan would love to give to the club. Altercations arrived even before both teams will be ushered into the dressing room. Somewhere after the first half, when the teams have gone on recess, another fracas broke loose and then led to the stabbing of Nana Pole to death. The year has gone that fast because that incident happened on 2nd February 2025 and we are on the 31st of December 2025. So more than 9 months down the line, Insuataman FC will go on to suspend themselves, or what you call announce their non-existent from Ghana football. Arrests have been made. Insuataman's owner, Honorable Bafo, and a host of other people were arrested. They were released. Back and forth court situations. Still, there has been no adjudication of justice. Still, the family, the bereaved widow, and everyone in Nana Pole's house and family calling for justice to prevail. Francis Nana Pole lost his life tragically, not at a robbery scene, but at a football stadium. You tend to think about it, the magnitude of it, because already people had stopped going to a stadium. Already people were not trooping in to watch the Ghana Premier League, and so to watch someone who is so dedicated, who is so deliberate in his supporting, and who is so attached to his club lose his life in that way and manner was that bad. 9 months down the line, and we still haven't been able to adjust justice to him, adjust justice to his soul, adjust justice to his family who are bereaving, and then it continued to be a back and forth court case, postponement here, adjudication of postponement here and there, because the prosecutor has always been failing to make appearance. Either he fails to make an appearance, or he fails to present a witness, or he fails to present a credible document to fast up the process. It has been a sad situation because since his death, we've seen people from other clubs, including his own club, trying to mimic Um, the way Pole used to put on his dresses to the stadium, the way Pole used to support, but then there will always be one Pole, there will always be one Nana Francis Frimpong. There is not going to be another one. There's not going to be a replica of him, and there's not going to be someone as much as devoted, dedicated, and deliberate in his attachment and his supporting and his expression of love and affection for his club that we have in Anapoli. And so, in this memory and in the year under review, as we mark the passing of five key events that marred Ghana football, five key events that brought dark clubs and dark clouds around Ghana football, five key events that were tragic and took some key football administrators, key football personalities, key football stakeholders away from us. It is just right and proper that we pay maximum respect and then in solitude and then in appreciation of the life that Nana Poli lived and then of his deliberate supportership, of his deliberate dedication and a show and expression of love that he had for his club for no fault of his, for no orchestration by him, for nothing evil done by him. He only went to a sports stadium to go support his club, only went to a sports stadium to go show affection, and he couldn't see through the 90 minutes. Just 45 minutes into it, altercations broke loose at the stadium. Nana Poli got stabbed, and from February 2, 2025 up to now, there still hasn't been justice to his name. It is bad, it is sad, and it doesn't speak well of the justice system that we have in our country. I mean, footages are still there, videos are there, and so to have justice grind and then the wheel of justice being delayed in that way and manner, you would tend to wonder what is wrong. It's surprising that we allowed Inshwataman FC to go from the scenes just like that because they had owners, they had management, they had people in day to day running of the club. None of them have been questioned. None of them have been brought forth and brought into the books to answer questions. We saw some arrests here and there, and then their subsequent release. Nothing has followed. We heard names like Abena China, Akia Ghana. People's names were mentioned, names were called out. There were picks and pockets of evidences that the CID could have, join together and bring justice and bring matters to the books. But then 9 months and some weeks, the wheels of justice is still grinding, or should I say, has stopped grinding in favor of Nana Pole. And then all that we continue to hear is postponement of court processes here and there. It is sad, and then I don't know how people are going to frantically, people are going to express that sort of attachment and love that Anapoli showed in his sponsorship and supportership of his club. But then he is no more with us. He lost his life for no fault of his. He lost his life because he went to the stadium to support his club, and now he doesn't exist no more. And now he doesn't live no more. And now we turn and find Anapoli no more. So five key and notable men that Ghana football lost in 2025 are the ones that I've run you through. Ibu Kwanzaa, former SWAC president. Akantoni, former SWAC president. Oberforce Infum, former Black Stars player, legend of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, credited to have scored Ghana's first goal in the 1963 AFCON. Nana Pole, Francis Frimpong, a very dedicated supporter of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who was stabbed at Nana Kromansa Sports Stadium in Switzerland, February 2, 2025, and football administrator Mr. Jonathan Abepobe. We started the year with these key and notable men of Ghana football. We are ending the year with just their memories and their thoughts. We wish them well wherever they find themselves. We say rest in peace to them. And then he says slowly the muddy pool become a river. Slowly their death become our memories. And so when woods break, it can be mended. But an ivory breaks forever. They are gone. all that we have is their memories. We wish the bereaved families the best. We hope that they find solace and comfort in the Most High God, and we hope that their memories continue to inspire us to do the best for Ghana football. Whatever that they preached, whatever that they led for, whatever that they wanted to be done right that wasn't it right. We hope that their memories continue to inspire us, continue to motivate us. That whenever we remember their names, whenever that we see their names somewhere, whenever that we come across their pictures, we will stand for what they stood for and do what they would have done if they were still alive. We wish them well and we say rest in peace to all of them. This has been a very solemn, low tone, um, mild in silence, and undertones of bereavedness preview that I would have uh, that I had done for you. I didn't want it to go this way, but then it's matters of death, and it's matters that has got to do with the lives of people who dedicated their life to football, the game that we all love to watch and we all love to, have fun in. So it needed to go that way. I didn't plan of it being this solemn, but then it has gone solemn. So it is what it is. But then raise them all, and we see them in Fiji to all of them. This has been our preview of Ghana football in dark clouds in the year 2025. It has been tragic, treacherous, and then one that will take a while before we might forget, if we will even forget. It has happened, it has come to pass, and we have few hours to say bye bye to that tragic and treacherous year that came to visit us this year. May we not live to see such a year again, especially for Ghana football and for fans of Kumasi Asante Kotoko and other football sporting clubs. There has been a preview of the year under review for you here on Football 360GH. Thanks for doing this with me.